Guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're gonna go over. I'm starting a new account. Gonna start it with 2,000 bucks with a little bit of margin, and we're gonna see how big we could grow this by the. Pretty much, we're gonna start now, and pretty much just let's just say December, and see how big it gets year to year, December to December. But obviously, I'm still trading in my big account, and the goal is to get that to 300K, hopefully by January. We will see if that happens. We're currently sitting at 271. So not too far, but also a little bit far away considering the crash. So like still got like 29K to get to, but potentially could definitely get there. And what we're going to do is just go over my plans for Monday and stocks that I'm going to start using. And let's just jump right into my desktop here. And actually, I'm going to be on the Moomoo app really quick for a second. Let's see if we could look here. And let's go right here. The Moomoo app. I actually like this a lot. And if you want to use it, check out the links down below. You get some free money, free stocks out of it, free NVIDIA actually. And this is a portfolio that I'm going to try to go from 2,000 bucks with margin to however big it gets over a year. I'm going to try not to add any more money to this. I'm just going to try to just make it grow on its own and just to prove to everyone how big it get. So the thought process is like, what stocks can you use with 2,000 bucks? Or in my case, if you're going to use full margin, I have 4 grand, but obviously I'm not a big component of using full margin. So we're going to see what we could do. And there's a few stocks that I usually go into when I have any kind of like small portfolio. Like one of the big ones I would go to is SoFi, but let's just see how they're doing. So we can look at SoFi. We got this here. I got to learn how to use the indicators here a little bit better. Like I do like Bollinger Bands. Oh, that's actually not bad. Let's just keep the Bollinger Bands. I do like seeing Bollinger Bands, and it's a little bit different than TradingView, but I could get used to this. And we could see where we're at. We got to make sure this is on the daily. To be honest, this kind of looks like it is daily. Good. It is daily. So this is the plan of doing this. So SoFi currently sitting at, let's see the price. It's always weird that the percentage is here, the price is here for Moomoo, but it's okay. Current price is, what is this? SoFi. We are SoFi. Here we go, SoFi. This is what I wanted to see. Current price is $29. Bottom Bollinger Band is around 24. So if we wanted to look at the options, we got to go to put, and let's go to 34 days out. With only 2 grand, like we could only get, this is the ask right here. We could only get around like, well, the bid, we could only get around like 12 bucks for this contract, and that's 34 days. Like, is that enough money? Like I wouldn't scoff at it. It's something, but I feel like we could find another stock that could do really well. And when I start thinking about stuff, I start going into like Riot platforms, right? So I'm really big into crypto. This is a crypto mining stock company. So this is currently sitting at $16. We could be looking at, let's see, another 30-day play, like 34-day play. We could do 2 contracts of this and get around like $100, like 52 bucks right here, 55 right here. The delta is 20 and 17 and 25. So that's not bad. This is something that I would potentially do for Riot. I would do a cash secured put at 14 and below, and because that's giving me a delta of 25 below, I'd collect anywhere from $55 per contract all the way down and below. And that's a good amount of money for only having like 2 grand worth. So that's the type of play that I would be looking for. Then I could also look at something like Neo, but I'm not too sure if I would even want to do a Neo play, but I haven't looked at it in a while. So I would have to play it pretty close to where it's at right now just to make a decent profit. But the delta is too heavy right there, and like I'm not really seeing a big EV push as of recently. So there's that. I'm gonna look at a few other stocks that I used to do this a lot with. Hive is another like crypto company. They're really big into ETH, but obviously they're on like a downtrend as well. But like this is how you just got to find. You have to be comfortable with buying, like you'd have to just be comfortable with getting into these stocks. And look, there's zero to gain from this one, so I wouldn't even look at this one. So then I would be searching for other stocks that I could potentially do this with, but I'm probably just going to stick with Riot because that's just one of the stocks that I've been looking at a lot. And I remember when IonQ was super low, like down here. I wish I could still do that. IonQ would have been really nice. There's a few other ones that I would really want to get into, but we will go into those as we get bigger and bigger on the portfolio side. So that is perfectly fine. So this is how I'm going to start the small portfolio, and then I'm going to go into the big portfolio. What am I going to do? I'm going to have a lot of money opening up. So I'm liking where Palantir is setting up. We're still at the bottom Bollinger Band. The mid is at 176. The high would be around 204, and we're sitting at 168. I would be doing cash secured puts at the bottom Bollinger Band around like 140, 150. And just to look at that, just to go out 34 days from now, January 2, I said like 145, 140. You could be collecting $242 per contract here, and that's with a delta of 16%. And that's really good, guys. And I always want to be safe. So anything below like 25 to me is very safe. So even if I want to go to 20, you're getting $335 per contract, 150. Do I really see this dropping below 150? Absolutely not, to be honest. It would take a while. That's where the next support should probably be, because that's where the consolidation was here. So we will be looking at that range for a month out, maybe 1 to like 5 contracts. And in doing so, that would give me, if I did 1 contract, 335. If I did a 5 contracts worth, 335 times 5. That would give me around $1,600 for the month just for this play, and easy money. And we're back to the races to try to see how much money we can make in a month. And like I said before, the plan is to not chase 20K months. The plan is to be as safe as possible. So if I'm only getting like 5, 7, 10, 12K, I got to be happy with that, because obviously that is a lot of money no matter which way you put it. And I have to not be greedy. And that's what kind of like, I'm not gonna say wrecked me, but it hurt me on the last dip, because I had to close out a decent amount of plays, close to like 20K worth of plays, to make sure I'm not getting margin called, make sure I'm safe. And again, like, I got to be happy with what I'm getting and not chase the premiums here. And that's going to be something that I'm gonna have to learn over and over again until it finally like sinks in. But that is what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm documenting here on YouTube. So again, this is just like a quick update of that. I am going to be building out this small portfolio and see how big it could grow in a year. And I'm still going to be showing all my plays as well. For the big account on Discord, which is free, the premium version does get the alerts a little bit quicker. And I will also be showing that on here. So this is going to be a fun little change of pace, because I'm going to show you obviously the big portfolio. I'm going to show you how the small portfolio is doing. And just because I'm only doing like a few plays at a time, you're not going to see the small portfolio too much, because it'll take like 30 days for an update to do so. But I'm super excited to do this. And again, if you want to check out Moomoo, which is Really awesome. I really like this platform. Check out the links down below. I got a referral link. It helps me out and it'll help you out to get some NVIDIA shares. So check that out. Check out the links down below. I got that course still going on. Use 36, the code 36 for 36% off of the code on the course. Discord is there. Amazing community in there. 600 plus people in there. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.